the input power of our TK-60, the AC plug is separate, so you need to connect with the TK-60 first, and please make sure it's tightly. And then after that, you can connect with your AC socket. Here, connect the AC plug with your AC socket. And then please after connect with the AC socket, then turn on the power. Okay, and now we are introduce the battery text function, and you can select by the mode icon, and then you can select here. And this blue icon which represent the battery test function, and the battery test, when you connect with your battery, it will show your battery voltage and also your battery capacity. And normally if your battery is higher than 12.6 voltage, it will show 100%. Okay, now we are introduce our TK-60 LCD display panel. And the first button is to choose your charging mode, which can choose our normal mode, snow mode, boost mode, and also our battery test. And then the second button is for you to select your charging current, which is 10 amps, 20 amps, 30 amps, and 60 amps. And also the third button is used to select your battery types, which is weight, MF, AGM, dual, and light profile. And if today you don't know your battery types, you can just leave it blank. It still can charge by the normal charge mode. And also our last button, which is display, and in here you can see your charging voltage, charging amps, charging hours, charging percentage, and accumulative hours. Okay, now we are going to teach you how to use the TK-60 charging. And in the first icon, we can select our normal mode. And the snow mode is usually recommended when you to use in low temperature. And the boost mode is used if your battery cannot charge in normal mode. Maybe it would be over discharge or it's damaged. At that time, you can select the boost mode. Otherwise, we can use normal mode to charging at first. And then in the second button, you can select your charging current, and now we can select 10 amps at first. And then the third button, you can select your battery types, either weight, MF, AGM, dual, light profile, or leave it blank, and I will leave it blank. And then you can connect with your clamps. Okay, after make sure your settings, and you need to connect with clamps, and please make sure red clamps to the positive terminal and the black clamps to the negative terminal. And after a few seconds, you will see the charging icons, and this means it's in charging. And then you can see the our charging voltage, our charging current, our charging hours, charging percentage, and charging age. All this information you can check during the charging process. And at the moment, because our battery is nearly in full charging, so even we choose the 10 amps, it will not be 10 amps to charge. It will load down according to your charging voltage. If today you are going to use TK-60 charging functions, please select the switch to the circle. And if you are going to using the programming function, please place the switch to the dash one. This is for programming. And now we are going to introduce the programming function. And the TK-60 programming is by 60 amps, but you can select your programming voltage, and you can press the last button for long press at least 3 seconds. And you will hear a beep sound, and then you can select your programming voltage. It can be from 13.8 to 14.8 selectable. So we can press this button. We can press down and up buttons to set up your programming voltage. And then after you select your programming voltage, you can press OK. And then it will begin to do the programming. And you will do the programming according to the voltage you set up.